and about what young life has meant for me. So I grew up in a Christian home. My parents took my sister and my brother and me to church most Sundays, and I did the whole choir thing in Sunday school. So I'd always say I believed in God. I had heard all the classic stories from the Bible and heard a little bit about Jesus and how he was crucified for us. But God didn't really mean much to me outside of church. I didn't realize that being a Christian was anything more than going to church on Sundays and being a good person. When I started high school, I started going to Young Life Club on Monday nights. All my friends and all the cool kids went, and so I thought it'd be fun to go and to get to hang out with them. In high school, I would say I was definitely searching to be loved and to be accepted by the people around me. I wanted to feel important and to feel like I was a part of the group. And so most of high school, I longed for that love and that acceptance in my friendships. But honestly, it left me feeling pretty insecure. I felt like I wasn't good enough or funny enough, or I was too into school to be into the popular crowd. But I kept coming back to Young Life. I found a place where I felt special, where I felt important and I felt cared for. And over time, I started to notice that I was really interested in the way the leaders talked about Jesus. They talked about him in a way that I'd never heard before. They talked about him like they knew him and like they knew him personally, and he was their friend. And all this made me curious as to whether I could know Jesus in the same way. During my sophomore year, I started going to campaigners, which is kind of like a small group through Young Life. It was led by Laura Jones, who is here somewhere. And on Wednesday nights, a group of us, girls in my grade and Laura, we'd meet up and we would talk about life and we'd talk about what was going on. We'd read the Bible or a book together and just spend time together. But the thing that really stuck out to me about Laura was that she just wanted to listen to us. She just wanted to be there, and she was interested in the lives of high schoolers, even though she was a mom and she had her own life. And so, even though we were dramatic high schoolers and she was a mom, Laura cared about us. And she would talk about Jesus with us too. She would talk about how he wants to know us personally and how he knows her personally, and how he came to earth and died so that we could know it. So then I got to go to camp at Sharp Top for a couple weekends in high school too. We played games and goofed off and ziplined into a lake in the snow, which is not fun. But we had the time of our lives, and the speakers would get up and they'd tell us about Jesus. And so by the end of my junior year, I had heard all these things about Jesus at club and at camp and at campaigners, and I wanted this relationship that I'd heard about. And in John 10:10, it says, "I came that they may have life and have it to the full." And towards the end of high school, I definitely found full life and a relationship with Jesus. Knowing that I'm loved just as I am by the Lord set me free to be myself. It allowed me to be passionately involved in the things that I love and to not worry about impressing people or doing whatever it takes to keep up with the crowd. The summer after my senior year of high school, I got to serve on Work Crew at Sharp Top Co. Work Crew is when high school students spend a month volunteering at a Young Life camp. And Work Crew really serves behind the scenes to make camp run smoothly so that high schoolers and leaders can come and have the best week of their lives. I was a server in the dining hall, so I was basically a waitress for 500 plus high school students all day, every day. And let me tell you, those boys love to eat at camp. So it was fun, it was crazy. But on Work Crew, I learned how to make my relationship with the Lord my own. I learned what it looked like to live in community with others, how to encourage my friends, and how to care for people. That fall, I started college at UGA. I went through a leader training program my freshman year, and in the spring I got placed as a Young Life leader at Athens Academy High School. So for about a year and a half now, I've gotten to do for high schoolers what Laura and the other leaders in Griffin did for me. I hang out with a group of sophomore girls all the time. We go to Waffle House on Wednesdays and eat way too many waffles, and some of them get hash browns all the way, which is gross. But it's so fun hanging out with them, and I got to take some of them to Colorado to camp this summer to Frontier Ranch, and it was incredible. Being a Young Life leader has taught me about reliance on the Lord, and has taught me about how important prayer is. Young Life is something that has been extremely important and impactful for me for several years now, and I know it's something that I'm going to be involved in for the rest of my lives. So I want to thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for being here to support Young Life, because the Lord is doing incredible things in Griffin and high schoolers and middle schools through it. And so thank y'all for being here.